Okay, here we are back again with more Witcher 3, Blood and Wine, and I think we might be almost...
Another will-o'-the-wisp.
I think we might be almost done with this. I don't know. We'll see how many more episodes it takes me. Where is this will-o'-the-wisp going? What? Ooh. Another sword. Alright. What is that? What is that? Ooh. Better than what I had. Alright, I'll take it. Cool. Thanks, little will-o'-the-wisp. That was helpful. Right, now how do I get back up? That's the question. Whoa. Oh no, don't fall. I do not want to fall. How do I get back up? That's a good question. Whoa. This is why I made a save, guys. This is why I saved. I don't know where I'm going. I got down here, now I can't get back up. There we go. I figured it out. I'm not completely useless. Anyway. Right. Let's go. I got a new sword. Did you see my new sword?
Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right, my due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do, and I regret nothing. One lives but once.
Alright, that's fair. I guess.
Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Oh, good. I love being the first to jump into a well. Alright. Goodbye. Okay. Fun times. Maybe we should actually fix this thing now. Oh god, it's so bad. Look at that. Oh god, it's so bad. We're back, I guess. That's something.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you.
Glad you're back. Glad I'm back.
Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
You're kind of acting like
Would
one.
you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Okay, let's stop.
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Come on. I always have to, like, if it gives me an option where I don't have to take sides, I'm gonna take the option where I don't have to take sides.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Alright, we brought you girl, Detlef.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Detlef ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
Nervous?
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. And especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Alright, well, he'll be here, so...
Let's get ready. Detlef will be here any moment now.
Sure hope this is the right thing to do. Whatever the right thing to do might be in this situation, I'm not sure. I don't think there is a right thing to do. This all sucks. This all sucks, you guys. Like...
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Detlef, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay!
Oh, wow. That...
You never should have meddled with her!
Wait. I didn't do it. What are you talking about here? Oh boy. Guys, come on. Let's solve this like friends. Oh boy. Alright. Oh boy, here we go. I really don't think this is a good idea, you guys. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I was just a lass. You tricked me, both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
No, seriously. It was not, that was not, I had no idea that was gonna happen. Oh God, don't. This is...
How you like that silver?
Alright, seriously, come on now. Don't be like this, man. What in the... What the fuck? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. No.
Gods, start praying now.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. Oh no, this is the worst. What in the shit? Yikes. Oh, god damn, what in the fuck? That is unbelievable. Oh no. Oh, for Christ's sake. What in the shit?
I was just a lass. You tricked me, both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence! Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
Okay, that's the one I have. That's... Oh boy. Well, that's that. Ugh. Oh no. Ugh. All right. All right. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Shit. Okay. Ah, damn it. Oh, did I make it? God damn. Well, I did drink black blood, so... Shit. What the oh, what now? What in the fuck?
You think that will stop me? Prepare to die, Witcher!
No. Nope. Oh my god. I think this is working, kind of. Hope so. It better be working because I'm out of swallow. Oh, I really hope this is good. What is happening now? Oh, I don't like this. Whatever this is, I don't like it. Oh, man. That's really nasty. It's really nasty. What the fuck? Regis, can you please get out here now? Because, yuck. Oh my god.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Boy.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You
Oh God.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Well, I'm used to wearing
Usually
something
wear
different.
something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace
I don't see why
protocol
not.
places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Are you cynical, Regis?
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides,
I believe it.
I've no need
You
for
do
a
it
new
a lot,
outfit, as I
yeah.
shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it.
You bet your ass. Which reminds me of something?
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I love how he's just
I've
holding
had
his
no
arms like
reprieve
that.
either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't
Hopefully
matter
Anna
now.
Henrietta
Can't act
herself.
on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
How do you know it was the
Regis,
boot black?
Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, Reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters, what's the connection?
When the boot
Seriously.
black arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
Yeah. Let's talk to
All
the
in
Blue
all, why
Black.
not
I
check
mean, I
up
might
on
as
that?
well.
We'll go together.
I don't see
Assuming
why
we're
not.
done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity
Is that
it is
candelabra floating?
due, or if you will
Because
first
it looks like it's
destroy
floating.
it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise
Yeah.
to be careful.
Don't worry. It'll be fine. We're just gonna talk to some people, that's all. It's no biggie.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not
my
get
God.
your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take
Might
advantage
as well.
A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
So
How's
how's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
So
Man
there's
in a
letters.
frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
beggars brought them.
Why didn't
And
you
you didn't
tell us this
before?
before when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Oh, jeez. Smart ass.
Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else?
I
These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience
Of
is starting to
course.
run a little thin. Now think hard. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone
Shelter?
knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Bashing that beast.
Yeah.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth. You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out
Might
along
have
with
to
these
beat somebody
flea-ridden
up.
vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
What's
shelter,
the harm?
them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
You mean
Decent
you're
folk
more
you
decent than
mention.
these people?
Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Yeah. Oh boy. Geralt, what have you done now?
Try me!
I almost dumped my guts in fear.
I'll grate your guts around your spine.
There we go.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank
Yeah,
you so
now,
much for
can
your
we
aid.
actually
I
talk?
tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
It's
They
fine.
are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
So what is this place exactly?
Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Okay, fair. Sure, some
Need
people
some
do.
information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
They'll
Sure,
all
all your
be here?
usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Okay.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
Okay.
I still have mine.
That's 3.
I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
That's what I'm looking for. Can I have it?
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
It is always muddy there, yeah. Thank you, good sir.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well, well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Sienna rather grossly.
I did not underestimate her.
Judging
I
by
figured
this,
that was probably the fifth
Detloff was
victim.
literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle
Really?
complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Sienna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Sienna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on
Smeared her
many
reputation
occasions.
and boot.
Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Sienna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain,
True.
you could always ask her yourself.
We could.
Actually,
I think we should.
love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose.
I think we should have a talk.
Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Sienna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Sienna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Detloff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Okay. Okay. I hear ya. Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna do that. Where am I? Where do I need to go? That's Damien. Well, I'm gonna go back to the port, I guess. I really just want to do this. I just don't know for sure if I'm going to have to fight again or not. So, I want to refill my stuff. I feel like I'm really close to the end of this thing. So, I'm going to keep going for a while. If I have to split it up in editing, I will. But otherwise, I might just have a longer final episode. We'll see. We'll see how long it ends up being. The fight with Stetloff took me a few tries, so...
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my
Indeed.
permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
That's fine. I only need a few minutes.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
I know, but this is also a highly irregular
Have you come
thing
to
that I have
see
to
how
talk
I
to her
fare?
about.
I'm fine, thank you. Artorias' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me
I
for...
know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Have you ever thought about forgiving her?
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary.
You did.
You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me,
Don't
Could ask
know.
her.
But you could just ask her instead of sending monsters after her.
There's nothing she could say to change what she did to me, to justify it.
Maybe.
No.
But there's nothing out there to justify what you did to her and all Toussaint. Yet Anna Henrietta hasn't given up on you.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you?
I mean...
With all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Good luck.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Want to see him too.
She's probably got some new scars to show off.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
You don't look too good.
Your face doesn't look good. No, it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Right. Well, let's get started. I'm not going to tell him this. I don't think I need to tell him this.
All right, we can start.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchy's highest honor.
What? I try not to act like a
In
thug.
fact, you'd
I'm
do best to
fine.
maintain a dignified silence throughout.
Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me.
Whatever.
The Duchess awaits. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Oh yay, I looked
May the symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonreal, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table.
Wow.
The
That is an
gustatory
honor.
experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
This is a bad time. Truly
Feels
honored.
like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it.
Oh, I'll drink it all.
In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me. Yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess asked me to stay.
Requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Well, she definitely had cause to feel pain.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Siana?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down, then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister? The day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace. Supposed acts of cruelty. Inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you.
I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
All in all, best
Maybe
part of the
we've
whole
got
ceremony,
happy ending.
it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint
True.
after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips.
Yeah. I can see how the charm might wear
How
off
do you
after a
find
certain
my personal
point.
brew? Not too strong.
Just right.
Credit the local
It's
mandrake
great.
of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Right
now in the dark?
Picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you
But I
had
want a
also
drink.
forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Yeah.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here,
Of course you
gloves
don't.
and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Excellent. Alright. Where's the gloves for picking mandrake? Gloves for picking mandrake. And a mask.
Light makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
No. No, he really doesn't. Mandrake.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire, after all.
Oh, Christ.
Regis!
Where'd
Damn
you
it,
go,
where'd
buddy?
you go?
Regis!
Regis.
I did
Oh,
what I had to do!
Whoa, hey now. Ah. Okay, okay. Ugh. I don't know, he did it all by himself.
Those
pretty
Brooks
much.
say they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
Here.
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule. An unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Well, you don't like Toussaint all that much anyway.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle.
Is it
That
a
will
surprise?
nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Sure.
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What
So
about you?
where will you
Any
go?
idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Yeah, you might do well for
Interesting
yourself
point of
there.
view.
Let's sit a while.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Well, that was really good. I'm not really even sure what to say except to say that it was that was just an excellent piece of video game storytelling and mechanics. I I enjoyed it immensely, as I have all of the Witcher games. Yeah, you know, I think that the characters are really great, and what really dragged me into this. I really appreciate the fact that, you know, there's no right way to do it. The option, you have these choices, but the choices are all really complicated, and often there's no real way to have everything turn out just peachy. So that's something that I really appreciate about all of the Witcher games. And yeah, there's just so much to love about this DLC. I like the way that it built on some of the things in the main game. So I like the fact that like you actually have some side quests that encourage you to do some of those map markers that are scattered around, right? So the main game gives you all these map markers or whatever that you can discover and these things to do around the map. But this DLC gives you even more incentive to do some of those with the Knight Errant quests. I love the base building aspect of it. I do like a little bit of base building in my RPG life. I always appreciate a little bit of base building aspects. I liked the Hants thing, basically the bandit sort of fortresses, I guess, that I had to clear. That was a nice little addition. And also, what was the other new one that was in the DLC? The little wine merchant quests. I also enjoyed the Lebiota statue thing. That was a fun little side mission. But yeah, like the main mission, I really enjoy. There's clearly a lot of ties to the books. Again, I haven't read the books, my bad, but there clearly are a lot, even more ties to the books. With Regis, I knew about Regis from just, osmosis. So I knew that Geralt had a vampire buddy called Regis. So I really appreciated that I got to meet him. And he and Geralt clearly have a long history and a long friendship together, and that was great. I love their banter and their back and forth. That's some of the best stuff I've seen in this game. And I loved the twists and turns of the main plot. I appreciated all the little, twisted fairy tale aspects of it. I've always really appreciated the twisted fairy tale aspects of Witcher 3. It was one of my favorite things about Hearts of Stone, too, was the cursed toad, the cursed toad thing. That was so, funny and sad and terrible. Everything about The Witcher, where it's just, some of it's really funny, and some of it's really sad and depressing, and some of it's just awful. And, so I really appreciate the sort of, it's not just that it's dark and edgy, it's that it's dark and edgy, and also it's not afraid to just be funny and ridiculous too. So it's also got a really dark sense of humor to it, and I've always appreciated that. But yeah, I mean, the writing is just top notch. This is just a really excellent DLC, an excellent send-off for this series of video games. Personally, I really enjoyed all the CD Projekt Red games that I've played, which has been the Witcher games. And I'm extremely looking forward to what they've got next in the pipeline, which of course is Cyberpunk 2077, which I will be playing. I'll probably be doing it as a Let's Play on this channel whenever it happens to come out. Which I imagine will probably be in the next year or two. They've said that they're going to have they said that E3 is going to be, they're going to have a big thing at E3, presumably mostly about Cyberpunk 2077. So and that's of course in June, in a few months from now. So I'm really excited to see what is coming down the pipeline from CD Projekt Red. I think they've got a lot of good stuff going for them, and I'm behind them on it. So yeah, that is I think gonna be it for me for this Let's Play. I'm going to take maybe a day or two, and when I come back, my next Let's Play is going to be Assassin's Creed 3, the remastered version. I'm recording this video on March 29th. That is the release day of the remastered version of Assassin's Creed 3. So that's going to be my next Let's Play. It'll probably be starting it on April 3rd, I imagine, or 4th. We'll see. It depends. But yeah, so it's a long episode, I think, but I think it's going to be worth it to have it be a little bit longer. I don't mind the first and last episodes being a little bit longer, you know. Sometimes you just got to do it. So yeah, I will just let the credits continue to roll and finish up, and then we'll see you. You know, as always, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Let's Play. See you later. That's a lot of people. So now that we've been properly introduced, we'd like to thank you one last time. Blood and Wine is the end of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We wanted to call it Sweat and Tears or Damn We'll Miss This, but we couldn't. However, as a studio, we've already embarked on other adventures, and Geralt will always have a special place in our hearts, and we hope he'll have a special place in yours. Aw, that's very nice. I love you too, CD Projekt Red. Thanks.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Okay, I guess I'm going home. Let's go home. Where's my nearest, yeah, it's right here.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas,
What?
they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Oh boy, I bet I can take a guess who might be in here. I was wondering if she might show up.
Unexpected as ever. And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Why does
Used
it
to
matter?
bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
I'm down for shitty two-crown romances right now. Sure, why not? So, you sure brought a lot of
quite
books.
few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
You really are reading a lot of shitty
Always thought
two-crown
you were
romances.
too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Okay, okay.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
I mean, he probably will, yeah.
Bring you
Sure.
whatever you want. You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes. Although, there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
The unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Can't let it go.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet, bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time. How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, also there's supposed to be a gift. A letter. Dear Geralt, if you are reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint and you have found my mutagenerator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. Regis, my dude, you've got to learn to be more succinct. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutagenerator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters and evildoers you kill, and when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutagenerator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is a green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, yada yada yada. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Alright. Thanks, Regis. Still don't have any trophies to use. That's alright. I'm glad I gussied the place up in time for Yen to get here, though. Anyway, so I guess now we're done. Now we're done, probably. So yeah, I'll leave it here. And yeah, when you come back next time, we'll be with a new Let's Play. So yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you later.